أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. My dear respected audience, some few months ago, in an attempt to also contribute to the perfect and successful development of our youth, Paragon Foundation launched this book called 360 Degrees Strategic Vision Development. Very soon, inshallah, we are going to take you through the pages of this particular book in order to give you the perfect understanding of the content so that you will be able to implement it if you want to refine your vision as an adult and you want to also guide your children. In life, you realize that where you are currently is somebody's vision actually. And then where you target to be in the future, somebody is already there and aiming to move higher than that one. So what will actually make us so happy and satisfied at any point in time is our concept, the way we look at what success is, and then also the areas in which we set our visions. A careful look at the cause of people not being happy, even when they materially and then also socially achieve higher heights in life, will bring us to this particular observation. Number one, we realize that there are certain vital concepts of life that they have limited understanding in those vital concepts of life that we shall be listing very soon. And then certain key critical areas of life that they neglected when they were developing their visions. And then also they limited their vision mostly to themselves and only their families. So therefore, in order to help us develop a vision that will make us attain happiness, comfort, and tranquility, a stable one throughout our life in this world and also in the hereafter, we need to take note of these things. The key vital life concept that we need to understand it very well from the perspective of the Quran and Sunnah in order to set actually a seat of motivation that will be very stable are, number one, the concept of life itself. What is life? We need to understand the meaning of life from the perspective of the Quran and Sunnah. Then, number two is also the purpose of life. So, what is the purpose of life? We all agree that for every machine or any product, the purpose of it is best determined by the manufacturer. This is our problem in life. Because we don't believe in the Creator, we assign a purpose to our life that will not actually give us peace and tranquility and happiness in life. Not until we go back to accept the Creator, our Creator, and then the purpose for which the Creator created us, it will be very difficult for us to attain happiness. Happiness, peace, and tranquility will be like a shadow in front of us. Our own shadow that we shall be struggling and chasing, and we will never be able to catch it if we don't go back to the Creator. Another third very vital life concept that we don't understand very well is actually vision. Another one, the fourth one, is mission. And then the fifth one is resources. Then last but not the least, the sixth one is strategy. Strategy. Now these vital life concepts, we lack the comprehensive understanding of these vital life concepts. And as such, we realize that it weakens the basis of our vision. And when we even achieve success in our vision, we have limited amount of happiness and tranquility in the achievement of our vision. Another very important cause of us not being happy even after material achievement and social achievement in our lives, are the limited areas in which we set our vision. Normally, when we are setting our vision, we set our vision in the area of number one, education. Education. Then number two, finance or wealth, acquisition of wealth. And then sometime also those who are very conscious will set their vision in the area of capacity. That is their ability to control their body, their health, and their ability to control they themselves, self-discipline, and then the level of their competences, and then the extent and the scope of their influence within the environment. In short, the power in their hands, capacity. These are some core fields that people form their visions in them. But then from the guidance of the Quran and Sunnah, we realize that these are actually materials. They are tools. And if we don't set or form visions in the field of how to use these things, then gaining happiness will be difficult for us. لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. For our wish, and we are always interested in the increment of blessings and good things, definitely we will get focused and well engrossed in increasing these things and will not think about how to use them. Then Al-Hakumut Takathur, the Quran says that definitely left and right will be busy with struggling to increase these things, and before we realize hatta zurtumul makabir, before we realize we are right in front of what? Our grave. So therefore, the Quran and Sunnah guides us to also set our vision in certain vital areas of life, minus which, when we even achieve these things, we will not become happy. Very important area is number 4, spirituality. Iman, faith. We need to have our vision, set our vision. How do we refine our internal realm? How do we increase our faith so that it will affect our behavior and character, and for that matter, our personality? Then also, number 5 is also the field of service. All these things, as I said, they are tools. Education is a tool. Money and finance, they are tools. How are we going to use them to benefit ourselves, benefit the ummah, and benefit humanity at large? So not until we plan how we are going to use our money, how we are going to use the power in our hand, and how we are also going to use the knowledge at our disposal, accumulation of all these things will become useless. Then also, the 6th one is actually advocacy. Advocacy. We alone, this one in the language of the Quran, we call it da'wah. That is watawasaw bil haqq, watawasaw bis sabr. I mean, we alone cannot do everything. Imagine a community or a society that you are the only one who follows the constitution. Definitely, you won't get the happiness that you want or you need in that particular society. So definitely you need to ensure that you embark on advocacy for righteousness so that you replicate yourself within the society. And when you are dead, your vision doesn't get truncated. Your vision will definitely continue. So much as so many political parties will struggle to earn more people, I mean, you definitely also need to struggle with advocacy, a vision in advocacy. You need to plan to increase the number of people who will buy into your vision, will support you, so that you alone, your product will be a bit smaller. But when you are plenty, you are an organization or a community, definitely the product that you are going to enroll for people to benefit definitely will be a bit higher. So these 6 areas in life, 6 aspects, we definitely need to develop our vision in them. And another thing that restricts and limits our happiness in life, even after achieving all these things, is the scope of our vision or the level of our vision. What I mean by this one is that most of us, when we set our vision, we set it only with respect to ourselves. So the vision is individualized, or the vision is a personal what? Vision. No. From the guidance of the Quran and Sunnah, your vision should not be limited to only yourself. You need to set your vision for yourself as an individual. That is the first what? Level. So personal. The personal what? Level, or the individual level. The second level is actually the family level. You can't actually set up a vision and only you will be developing and the family is not developing. Financially, educationally, economically, politically, you are okay. But then when you look at your family, spiritually, you are okay. But when you look at your family, they are bankrupt. Then you haven't succeeded. You won't even be happy in life. So you need to also form the same vision for what? Your family. Take it to that level. Then also you need to have an organization that should carry your vision. It shouldn't be an individual that is carrying. You need to have an organization. So organizational level or institutional level, organization. Then you now move on to community. There should be a community that should buy into your vision. So another level is what? The community level. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to move to Medina to form the community level of the Muslims, or the Islamic vision. So he formed the community level in what? Medina. From the community level, you need to move on beyond your community to the whole nation, the national level. So he had to come back to Mecca and then start moving to the other areas of what? Arabia, to ensure that he brings other cities, other towns, and other villages on board to form what? A nation. So the national level of your vision. You need to go beyond your continent or beyond your nation to other nations. And that is how come Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam moved beyond what? The Arabian Peninsula, moved beyond the Asia, and even got to what? Africa. So we say the global what? Level. You move to what? The global level. Inshallah, throughout our lectures, we are going to take these things one by one in the different episodes to explain, so that when you read the book, you understand it very well. And when you are going to set up your vision, it will become easier for you to do that one. Ensure that you never miss our episode every week, so that reading the book will become easier for you. Understanding it will become easier for you. When you need the book, you can contact Paragon Foundation through our social media handles and the contact that you see on the screen. As well as you can go to www.islamicpublishing.org to download the book there, the PDF form, for free, so that you can follow our lectures. Aside these lectures, we shall be giving consultancy services. We will dedicate our time to help guide you and ourselves to set a vision for yourself, inshallah. Till another episode that we shall take these concepts one by one and explain them so that we will understand whatever is written in the book and know how to apply it in our life. We say wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.